What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're taking a look at a Naya Aggro deck, but mostly because we want to come back to playing Roaming Throne. I don't know if it's still good because I haven't seen it on the ladder in a minute, but I remember we liked that card, so why have I not been playing it? That's what I'm trying to figure out today. Now, let's go ahead and get into the list because there's a few things we want to talk about. Now, first off, there's not really any new cards here. These are all cards that already existed, so if you played a version of this deck previously, this should be an easy upgrade for you. We're going to start with 3 Hopeful Initiates because, well, this is a way to remove artifacts and enchantments and possibly grows multiple times with some other effects in the deck. We're going to play a full set of Lunarch Veteran, and this is kind of a concession to trying to handle Mono Red and the Boros Aggro decks just a little bit better, because if we can get 3-4 life over the course of the game from 1 or 2 of these, that could be enough to make the difference. Of course, we're going to play Copper Code Vanguard because we have all humans, so why not? Intrepid Adversary, another way to gain some life against the mono red decks, or even just pump your team for a big finish. We do have Thalia, which also slows those same decks down, reducing or increasing the cost of their spells, but this also can protect us from sweepers and whatnot. Speaking of which, we do have some Malira, the Living Core, which can save a creature in a pinch. We do have Adeline, because, you know, more human tokens is a good thing. Brutal Cathar to be some bit of removal, because I think this is the only, hard removal we have in the deck. But hey, it'll get the job done, right? Then we have Anam Pakal, because this is just good, especially if you can trigger it multiple times. Same thing can be said of Lana and Elena giving something else haste, while also having reach themselves, which is actually really good, so it can just help you out in those situations. But getting double triggers if you have a Roaming Throne could be really powerful. So we have a lot of things here that if Roaming Throne triggers them twice, could be very good. Now, you know the usual. Watch to the end of the video, and then if you like what you see, we'll have a link. It'll take you right over to Moxfield. They're a channel sponsor. They treat us well here. Go over there, download the list. You can try it for yourself on Arena. Or just check out my other stuff I have on Standard. But for now, though, let's go see if this human Roaming Throne pile is actually still any good. Okay. I mean, I guess. I mean, if we're playing against mono red, this hand's kind of nuts, right? If we're playing against anything else, it might be bad. But we'll see. Put this on human and see what happens. I mean, I guess we have... Well, we can't actually double Lunarch Veteran next turn. So we either can play 1 Lunarch Veteran or 1 Thalia. I'm probably just playing 1 Thalia. You're not bad, but... Meh. We're just going to go Thalia here, attack for 1. And then next turn, we could Lunarch plus Malira, I guess. Or we could do that. That's a thing. Alright, let's go for it. Not like they can counter it. They can bounce it, maybe. And... oh, they're going to consider. All right, that works. Yeah, I think next turn I might still play Malira, hold on to the veterans. And then that way we could at least protect Anam Pakal if something crazy happens. Because if you have, Destroy Evil or something, they would be able to kill Anam Pakal, so we gotta... oh, that's cute. But I'd rather have that after a sweeper or something. I mean, admittedly, Thalia's still slowing some of that down, but they could have answers. Alright. Gonna get our attacks on. I can't imagine why we're not attacking with everything here. Igonjowitz. Alright. This is why we did what we did. Alright, opponent's at 10. I'm going to go ahead and go here, because I don't think anything too terrible happens. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dang, I'm still going to be 1 short. Actually, I could play Adeline. Never mind. Oh, opponent says GG. Alright, we'll keep. Let's see what they got. This is where, being on the draw with this hand is actually decent, because if they had played like mono red, we almost say, like, okay, we have to get veteran down. You know what I mean? But here I don't know that we do. So I'm going to go here and see if we can figure out what's going on. All right, that kind of sort of helps. In that case, let's go here and attack. And the turn. Let's see what we can do. Dinosaur. Okay. Oh, that's a thing. That's also a thing I didn't expect to see. Dinosaurs with a Johnny Sleeper agent. Alright. So they can put it on the bottom since it's not a creature or a planeswalker. Or they can just leave it. Alright, they put it on the bottom. Interesting, interesting. Now I almost wish I would have taken a turn off to play that. But 'tis what it is. I don't know what's going on, but there's definitely dinosaurs in our future. Let's attack here, attack here. Then that 1/1 at the opponents. Alright. Okay, maybe we'll get an untapped land next turn. Actually, if we get an untapped land, I'm probably just playing the adversary and pumping at once. I feel like that would just end the game. Oh, they're putting Infar Ignition on hard stuff because they don't have anything? Wow, that was weird. Yeah, okay then. Alright, we're on the draw, but we can't throw this one back. So I think it's going to be probably Thalia into Coppercoat, depending on what we're up against. Even though we would like Thalia into Adeline, obviously. Alright. So they also are Naya colors, and there's a Skrelv's Hive. Interesting. Does this mean they just have... Well, it doesn't really matter. We'll go with at least this first strikes. That can help determine what we need to do next turn. I think because of our hand... Well, now that's not even going to matter. Okay. I was going to say, we need to play a 3-mana thing here. And then maybe 2 things the next turn. Alright. We're just going to be taking some poison, unfortunately. I don't think I've ever played against a Naya poison deck. This is interesting. Yeah, you got it. And a Cacophony Scamp just hanging out with the crew for no good reason. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. Well, Thalia is not long for this world. Yeah, I guess we just block there. Take 1,000,000 from the Contaminator. I mean, I guess theoretically they could kill... Adeline as well, because they could like double block and there could be some shenanigans there. So if we just make it harder for them to kill things because they can't target them, everything would have to kill a Coppercoat Vanguard, right? I mean, that makes sense in theory. Alright. Then the question becomes, is it worth it for us to protect the Vanguard here? I feel like the answer is yes, since we're kind of in a racing scenario. Oh, the opponent didn't... Oh, God. Are we dead? They didn't even think about blocking... Well, they thought about it, but... Yeah, this is not good. When your opponent just says, yeah, whatever, I'm going to take a bunch and be at 6. What are you going to do? I'm like, oh, no. I mean, we got to block everything, right? I mean, I guess we don't have to block Cacophony Scamps, but if it's like Giant Growth still wrecks us. Like, that's probably bad. Okay. How the hell do we want to block here? I mean, guess we block and block? Just so we're not at risk of poison or anything crazy? I mean, I could force them to use both on the Coppercoat Vanguard. But then they're only at 6 with 1 block. I mean, I guess. Like, sure. We'll see what they do. I don't know how this is gonna go. Like, I'm still debating if I'm supposed to just save the Coppercoat Vanguard here, honestly. I don't think I am. Oh, they want to kill Malira first here. Oh, this is interesting. Alright, so they targeted it twice. Why do they want Malira dead so bad? Oh, are they going to sweep the board here? But what would they sweep with? Oh, it could be like a... I guess, technically... Well, they're going to gain 5 here anyway. But if they're paying for that... I don't know what's happening, y'all. Like, I'm so confused. Alright. That does its proliferate thing. We only get the 1 poison. Oh, that's why I forgot. It has the poison requirement thing on it. All right, so let's go ahead and sack it. Save this. I don't think it matters here though, because we're probably okay. Yeah, there's a Jawbone Duelist, but that just trades for. Well, it doesn't trade for Thalia now. So the opponent has 2 blockers, right? They block these 2. They take 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, none of this matters, actually, right? We just do this. And just have another attacker, I guess. Yeah, I don't think any of this matters. Yeah, and then you can trade to block Thalia, and then you take 2, 4, 6, 7. That's fine too. Like, it's all the same. I totally forgot about Malira's poison thing for a second there, seriously. Oh, they did gain an extra one because of double strike, but then they died during their upkeep. Yeah, what I wasn't thinking about is the opponent actually made a better block instead of trading, because they gain a life when they hit us, then double strike hits the thing again, and they gain life. Or I guess technically they only gain 1 because they killed off a token. But they gain a life, but then just lose the life to the Skrelv's Hive, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, that was oddly closer than I thought it was going to be, and kind of a unique deck. I'm still not sure why the Cacophony Scamps were in there. I'm assuming there's some type of pump effects of some sort, but either way, we'll take the win. That was an interesting deck from the opponent. All right, we're on the draw. This isn't terrible. We need them to have a slower start. Okay, well, I mean, we'll look at some good points here. Valet could slow down a couple of things. We do have Brutal Cathar to get rid of any big problems. We did get a 3rd land. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm assuming they're making 3/1/1s here. Nope, they didn't do that. Okay. So they're obviously needing their white mana here. Let's go ahead and play this. Oh, I messed up. I should have played the Razor Verge Thicket there. Because now if I draw another Thicket, it's going to come into play tapped on turn 4. I think the real trick here is going to be deciding if we add a line or if we Brutal Cathar. It looks like we're going to be add a lining here. So that is okay. And, yeah, it's probably still worth it. I'm good with this. Because their best play is to double or triple block Thalia. Wait. Yeah, that's one thing. That works. I'm good with that. Alright. What are we doing here? They're not cracking their blood token, so they like their hand. Or else they definitely would have used that a while ago. Or okay, maybe they just wanted stuff for the Warden to tap. Oh, that's why they wanted her dead. I should have known. Oh well, that's my silliness. Should have been more patient. I would have cut down a lot of shenanigans here. Now, I mean, this isn't awful because we still get to Brutal Cathar, get rid of their Warden. They'll probably play a 4/4 though next turn, so that becomes a bit of a thing. And then this is just, do you want to put everything in front of an Adeline? I will gladly trade all of those for Adeline if you want to. Especially since we have a backup. They don't know that, but we are good with that. I wish I had something other than Malira's. That's a different problem. Alright, they have an Anim Pakal here. Sure, we'll block this thing. Ooh, Roaming Throne, nice. Not really what we're concerned about here. So we'll attack. Keep the pressure up. Have an Adeline that can still block something. And then possibly a Roaming Throne to do some big silly things next turn. Sure, you got it. That guy's not going to get us killed, though, here. 2 creatures come in. That gets +4, so that'll be a 5, right? Oh, no, because it's double strike, so it goes 2 to 4. Yeah, we're not concerned about that, actually. I would probably just block the 2 gnomes. If they attack with Anim Pakal, I'm definitely blocking that here. That's a non-issue. Yep. We take that, go to 12. So we will have to block next turn, unfortunately. Just the way things work out. On Human. Alright, attack. I mean, chump block, I'm assuming, on the Adeline. That's a lot of damage. Nope, they're just taking 9 here? Wow. Okay, that's a decision. I mean, maybe they play a creature, attack, make 3 creatures, and then we die? Oh, that's how they're going to get us. Song of Totem Dance. Yep, that'll do it. Yep, you got it. GG's, opponent. Sure. No blocks. Alright, why not? That seemed as good as anything. We'll keep it hoping for an untap land here on these first 2 turns. Actually, on this first draw, because otherwise I think we have to play. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, I think we kind of have to do that. And then hope Thalia lives. Okay, Thalia at least gets 1 shot at survival here. Only real shot is if they have yet another tap land. Otherwise, this is probably getting hit with, like, Go for the Throat or something. No, what the hell is this? Whenever you commit a crime, each opponent mills 3. I mean, that's a magic card. Like, alright. I mean, no land here is tough. We definitely need a land. So they're just playing a mill deck. They have the mill land, they got this dude that's milling stuff. Wouldn't be surprised if they actually have a thing that makes somebody mill, and then this guy also mills you 3 more cards. I could totally see that. Oh, you want to get rid of my Plaza? Oh, because you just want to mill us. Oh, and all 3 were lands. How gross. Oh, that's brutal. That's super unfortunate. I mean, we got lucky because they did mill our other basic. But man, we really can't do much of anything right now. Alright. Oh, man, this is tough. I mean, if they get another land and even have, like, Gix's command or whatever, we're wrecked. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, I mean, I guess this somewhat protects us from Gix's command, right? So that's a thing. The worst part here is I want to attack, but if... whatever. Actually, not you. I mean, if they have a kill card for one of our Copper Coat Vanguards here, we just die. They'll be able to chump block Thalia. Okay, there's a Memory Deluge. That wasn't as bad as it could have been, I guess. I mean, that being said, there's a real possibility also just have to, like, destroy everything, exile a card, whatever. Good news is, we have another Thalia, we do have a Brutal Cathar, so we can find land, like, we still have things to do on future turns. But I would have loved to have had a Malira in play here. Well, I assume a board sweeper is incoming, right? There's a Jace. Which is probably just going to mill us for a bunch, since that's what their deck does. Nope, they're just going to save some damage here. And another land was in the top 3. My goodness. They've milled 1, 2, 3, 4 land. Ugh. Alright, and of course we get one that's tapped. Like, that'd be just our bad luck. What's our plan here? We attack at the opponent for 8. I mean, it's really tempting to attack with this, but they're just going to take the same 8, so whatever. Yeah, it's just not worth it otherwise. In the turn, I guess. I mean, potentially Brutal Cathar can help here, but they probably have a counter. Lana Nalena doesn't do much other than allow us to attack with the Vanguard as well, which isn't terrible. Alright, I figured one of those was coming sooner or later. They actually didn't hit a land that time. Go figure. I think under the circumstances, we're going to go Thalia, Malira. Pass the turn. So, I mean, if they have another sweeper, we just get to hold on the Thalia. Then we play Halana and Elena and hope for the best. They are at 6, though. So they do still have some wiggle room here. Well, that mills us for a bunch. Oh, no, no, that just makes a dude. Alright, so they're going to minus that. I don't have a way to win from here. This one attacks only. Okay. So if we play Halana and Elena and attack, then the opponent... If we play Halana and Elena and attack, then the opponent goes to 2 or blocks, but they potentially mill us half our deck or whatever, right? So I think here's the plan we want to go with. Get rid of that. Then we'll attack, put the opponent to 4. In the turn. If they sweep the board here, we just use Malira to save Brutal Cathar. Well, that's not what you want to see. Alright, I guess we got to try anyway, though, right? Otherwise, I don't know what else we're doing. I mean, like, they can still give one of these creatures negative, but it's just like, I mean, we got to do something. Then that comes into play. We get Brutal Cathar back. We remove that, and then we just see what they do. Man, I don't know how we're even in this game at all, considering the fact I could exile the land, but nah. Like, considering we were stuck at 2 land for, like, the majority of this game.
You can be made to obey.
And now, unless they have another cut down, we're good, right? Alright, I think we're there. Give this +2. Attack. Wow. Oh my goodness. That felt like so much more work than it needed to be. Like, being stuck at 2 land. I mean, we just got lucky that the opponent's deck wasn't doing a whole lot. Like, they obviously were playing a hardcore mill strategy, though. But man, Thalia did a lot of work, and really the Maliras saved us. But man, that was crazy. Okay, we get to go first this time. We're definitely keeping this, and we're going to hope to draw some good stuff off the top, because I hope to play something reasonable on turn 3. That land, however, is not helping us. Alright, come on, deck. We need our Animpakal, our Adeline, something here. We got to get an aggressive attack in. One of those would be great since we're already holding 4 land and roaming throne, you know? Like, that's what we would really need. You are not it. Gosh dang it. Alright, I guess we're just attacking. Yeah, why not get lost, you know? That's as good as anything. Might as well crack these, because we ain't doing anything else with this mana. Oh my god, more land on top? I mean, I guess I might want that later. On a crazy, Atraxa turn or something. Okay, well they found land, so that's not a problem for them here. So now, do I want to Roaming Throne or Alana Nalana? Is a real question. I think I just do this now. Even though this is harder to deal with. Like, we get some amount of damage in, whereas, like, I guess technically maybe it's still better play Roaming Throne, because even if they have, like, a Leyline Binding and they get rid of the Halana before I could do something, we'd still be attacking for more, because we'd attack for 2 and then 6, as opposed to just 4 here. Well, again, they had the card, so it didn't matter. It's all irrelevant. Alright, so let's go here. I guess I should have waited, because I might have a tap land that would have been worth putting into play. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. I needed all my mana here. But gosh damn, if there was just not so many land this game. Oh, man, this is rough. Yep, here comes Sunfall. As expected. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to beat opponents with these types of draws. Come on, can we get a counter on there? Oh my goodness. Like, I just wanted protection from an angel here. Well, I guess we technically already do because it has ward, so that's fine, I suppose. Oh man, they're at 12. How do we get out of this? If they play Atraxa next turn, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, they'll have 1 or 2 mana open. We'd be able to remove Atraxa and still attack for 8? I mean, obviously, unless they Sunfall again. I think I'm going to do this now. Because all I'm going to do is play the Hopeful Initiate this turn. Right? I mean, that's 8. I mean, yeah, you can chump block something. That's fine. We'll play a land. Play this guy, I guess. Alright, so they're still at 9. There's yet another Sunfall. Sure. Alright, I guess we're going to try to attack with the land. Because that's all we can do. They are being very careful with their life total, so I'm wondering if they don't have an Atraxa. Or they have an Atraxa, but they also know we have a Brutal Cathar, so that's a thing. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play one of these now. Because if they don't cast anything, we get a 3/3 and get to attack for 7 next turn, right? If they do have something, then we still get to remove an Atraxa and attack for a bunch. Oh, so they had that angel. Gosh dang it. Alright. We're not going to get back from that then. Okay. Cool. They get it. Okay, we will keep this. Put this on Human. Play this guy. We will definitely get down this Thalia and attack. I wouldn't mind getting a Cavern of Souls here, so we could get this Adeline to stick would be great. But we get the Adeline anyway here, it looks like. Alright, no attacks. I'm assuming there's going to be Land Rafine. That's usually how this works. Not this time, though. Very interesting. Oh, wasn't planning on that, but I'll take it. All right, go after this guy. Okay, in the turn, because having spare Thalias does nothing right now. That's a 5/3. That's a real card. And unfortunately, I can't activate this land just yet. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, no, because one of these make a drink green. Oh, no, I don't have anything else that can make green other than itself. That's no good. All right, here's what we're going to do then. We're going to attack, attack, attack. What's the other ability on this? Oh, it just can't be targeted if they haven't cast anything. That's fine. Sure. I mean, because they don't know. We have endless Thalias we can give up here, so whatever. Alright. Opponent says GG. Alright, cool. Oh man, this is the easiest mulligan we've had so far. That wasn't even a question. We gotta keep this, and we'll go this way. Boy, what I wouldn't give to have an Adeline, or a Thalia right now. If you're on the play and you have a Thalia against Mono Red, it's so good. When you don't have one, it really hurts. Okay, that at least feels good. There was no crazy, like, turn 2 situation here. Adversary, we will gladly play that. So, if they have more burn, it has to target these duders. I mean, it doesn't have to, but it at least draws it away from us onto a creature that's going to help our life total. Alright, well, that doesn't block, so that's still good for us. A little concerning when multiple of those get stacked up, though. Alright. We need to draw an untapped land next turn. And then that really sets stuff off here. Both because we get the choice of if we feel we need to play Lana Nalanas, or we just get to play Roaming Throne and deal bajillion damage. That does neither, deck. That does need... Though this does create a blocker. But should I just go for more life gain here? Well, either way, we're attacking to start with. So these don't affect the attack. Alright. So if we play Veteran, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so it starts at 1. So it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 if those are rages. 17, 18. They would have to... Yeah, I don't think they could get us from 24. So I think I'm just going to do this. Have a blocker for maybe Phoenix Chick. Though they could split those up and then we don't even get to block, but it's whatever. Alright. I mean, if they have all the gas, they have all the gas, right? You got it, you got it. Alright. There's the first 4. And there's the next 4. Or I guess, takes it to 7, so 3 more. Could give it double strike if they have it, though. Oh, well, they don't have the mana now. So it's 10. Yeah, that gets a thing. That's 12. That's 15. Not even close to enough. And we're still going to block. Just to prevent a damage and gain a life. And then we win. Ooh, mono red. Handled without getting the mana that we actually wanted. Love it. This is exactly why, though, we wanted all these extra life gainers for this situation. That if you can connect once or twice, or you can get 3 or 4 life off of the Lunark Veteran, sometimes that's all you need. Okay. This hand looks like a keeper. What do we got going on? Alright, well... Looks like we're going to be on this type of action here. I mean, we're not blocking for obvious reasons. Wow, they didn't do anything there. Huh. Alright, let's put this on human. Play Thalia. So your lightning strikes cost more now. I'm gonna assume for whatever reason it's safe to attack. I don't know that it is, but whatever. I mean, they might be doing something crazy here, like... Well, now I was gonna say, like, giant growth double strike or something, but Thalia shuts some of that down. I'm gonna go Malira here as a big body. Okay, well, there you go. As it turns out, Lunark Veteran and Thalia are both good against these hyper aggro decks. So if you're running into a lot of these on the ladder, this could be the deck you want to play potentially. Okay, we have 1 tap land. We have Thalia. You know, let's keep it. And I think we're still going to go Initiate into Thalia here. I mean, if we're a turn slower on Brutal Cathar, it's probably fine in this match. Oh, mono red again. Alright, well, that actually makes next turn a little bit better too. And a backup Thalia here is actually kind of nice, to be honest. Because if they spend their turn getting rid of Thalia, we just replace it with another one. Like what you want to do, opponent. Love to see that. Go ahead and play that tapped. Get this down. So they might have to go land Lightning Strike into Thalia here. If they don't, and we get the Vanguard, ooh, I was going to say, cool. We can live with that. Like, if they have to spend all their resources to kill our Duder, no problem. Oh, actually, this is nice, too. I thought I knew what I was going to do. Human, but... Am I playing Adversary, or am I just playing Coppercoat Vanguard? Because Vanguard sort of protects the Adversary. I think we're going Vanguard. You know what? I'm gonna just play Adversary anyway. Like, they'll spend their whole turn killing it either way, whether they kill it on our turn, or, I mean, if they kill it next turn or they kill it this turn. At least this way it's down. If they spend another burn resource to kill it, that benefits us. And then we get to attack with these dudes, if nothing else. And then we just Brutal Cathar to get rid of that Knucklehead. Yeah, that's fine. Do we care? Not terribly, honestly. Yeah, sure. Those get through. Oh, they don't even have a rage? Oh, I played it that way because I thought they might have had a rage in their hand, but it looks like they don't. Okay, sure. We're into this. Like, if you have another way to kill the adversary, you're just going to kill it. Oh, they had a Witchstalker's Frenzy, but doesn't work. Yeah, they could have frenzied to kill the Coppercoat Vanguard, but they still would have taken 5, 6, because we still have a token coming. But then we gain 3 and go to 16, and we still have Adeline, which I was totally going to throw in front of Squee at that point. And then we're just kind of off to the races, gaining life. There's not much they can do. So yeah, life gainers win the day again against Mono Red. Like, go figure. So yeah, this was an interesting thing because I didn't think... Like, we made some decisions that mattered, but I would say at least one of our losses was just because we drew too many land, right? Which I guess is a thing that can happen, but we still got to play 24 land at a minimum, having some 3 mana and 4 mana things we got to get into play. So that's just whatever. But the other one, we just outright lost. I mean, that's fine. But honestly, being able to attack kind of in the sequence we were, having our life gainers all be really good against Mono Red, especially Thalia slowing them down, you know, Malira being able to save a key creature. Brutal Cathar, we didn't even have to use it in the last Mono Red matchup. Like, I mean, we still won. Like, we had it in hand the whole time and just sat on it. That was pretty cool. I mean, the interesting thing is, Roaming Throne still enables a lot of things here, right? Where you're talking about doubling up counters from Halana and Helena, you know, getting extra stuff from Anam Pakal, getting rid of 2 things with a Brutal Cathar, right? Or Cathar, whatever, however y'all like to say it. But, you know, same thing with Adeline, making extra tokens. So there's a lot going on here, and it's all pretty good. I mean, even against the other Boros tokens decks, you can be pretty good against that because you can cause them some problems and slow them down. Brutal Cathar is actually really good for getting rid of the Warden and not having to worry about a big attacker coming across. Like, there's a lot of positives here considering what you're running into on the ladder. And again, Coppercoat Vanguard and Thalia kind of make a tandem that even against the black-based control decks, you can just slow them down because they're having to spend more mana or they're having to target the Vanguard over something else. And really kind of opens up the door. We didn't even get to have like the big adversary turns, right? Where the games where we had a bunch of mana, we didn't draw the late game adversary. We just used it as an aggressive creature against the other aggro decks, and the life gain mattered, right? So there's a lot of different ways you can still go with this. I actually was very surprised that this played as well as it did. So yeah, if you already have the parts for this, like I said, from building previous versions, I would consider it. The only thing I would say that I want to change here is I'm probably going to turn this Sundown Pass into either another Overgrown Farmland or a Razor Verge Thicket. And I'm not sure which I want it to be yet. Because, yeah, I mean, maybe just another Overgrown Farmland. I don't know. We don't have that many tap lands, so it's not that much of a concern early in the game. But the reason being is it doesn't really make sense to have a red mana land because these are both humans, and we already have 12 lands that can produce red for 6 red cards, right? So that's kind of just okay. And we'd rather have more green lands so that we could activate our Restless Prairie, right? Now, we do have, let's see, if you include 9, 10, 11, 12, no, that's not. That's 6, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 green sources, technically 9 for each Razor Verge Thicket, right? But we only really need to activate once a lot of time with all of our tokens. So that's something else to pay attention to here. But yeah, this was a pretty good one. I was enjoying this one. But this is 3 Hopeful Initiate, 4 Lunarch Veteran, 4 Coppercoat Vanguard, 3 Intrepid Adversary, 4 Thalia, 3 Malira, 3 Adeline, 4 Brutal Cathar, 4 Anam Pakal, 2 Halana and Lena, 3 Roaming Throne, an Aganjo, a Plains, a Beseju, a Forest, 2 Overgrown Farmland, 3 Razor Verge Thicket, 3 Restless Prairie, 4 Cavernous Souls, 4 Plaza of Heroes, 4 Secluded Courtyard. Oh, and if you didn't catch it, I played a Boros aggro deck yesterday that actually was not like the ones you're seeing right now with all the tokens, and honestly, it might actually be better. So if you want to see what we're talking about, check out that next video. That's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.